Hello everybody and welcome back to the United Stand. I don't even know why it wasn't working before. Apologies for that. I don't know, I was streaming absolutely fine and it said I was streaming fine and then suddenly it decides to disappear. I've got no idea what happened there, but all I can do is apologise, and if it happens again I will just have to keep doing it. But I'm not in my normal circumstances. That's probably what the problem is. And hopefully that will not continue to be a problem on the stream. So we're just about, I think game actually has kicked off. I'm a little bit late, just setting all this up now because we had a problem with the stream. Jared, can you hear me, mate?
Hey Mark, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Excellent, excellent.
Good. If you can tell me when it kicks off, and then we'll get that run up on the road as well.
It is kicked off. It's 2 minutes in.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. So we've got Jared joining me from the States. He's watching it live. And we've got a few people joining back with us now. The stream disappeared, Jared. I've got no idea why.
Well, technical difficulties, right? It happens.
Technical difficulties with where I am. I think the internet just couldn't last, but hopefully it will work out. So
it must be where Marcus lives, near Shire.
In the Shire. So how have we started off? That's the main thing.
So, looking at moving the ball well, moving the ball up. Defense has it. So, again, I think it's going to be quite an attacking game. I'm pretty excited to see it. O's first game. And the fans seem up for it as well. So I think it could be like last week. I think it could be quite a nice result for us.
How many minutes have you got on the clock exactly? And I'll start the time.
1:09.
1 minute 9.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Great.
How's your Christmas been?
Yeah, good, mate. You?
Excellent. For us, it's nice. Everything shuts down. So even if you don't celebrate it, you get to enjoy the benefits of it. Plus, Christmas in Manhattan is nice.
Okay, right. Sorry about that. I was just getting everything sorted. We are sorted again now. So, yeah, great, everybody. Martial's not playing because he's ill. For anybody who keeps asking about that, and the game has kicked off, so we're up and running, which is great.
Martial ill, but that's okay. Again, it's not like with Mourinho where you're sitting there and worrying, is there something, is he not playing for any other reason? You know it's just illness, and you know he'll be back the second he's healthy.
Yeah, it's not a bad game to miss out on, to be honest with you, is it?
No. No, to be honest, I think this is where United fans will have to get used to it. That like we're not in a situation where we're really beholden to one person's whims. It seems that Ollie's going to play youth. He's going to play the people that we know should be in every game. You're not going to see Fellaini starting every week or being hailed as a superhero anymore. Just the abnormal things Mourinho did. Even if you back him, it still probably will be nice to just go back to a manager that we can be excited by as a fan base.
Okay. Right, I think we're all set up now, which is great. The traitors haven't left us to go and watch somebody else. We've got the hardcore back. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? You know, unbelievable how flippant people are. You get a bit of a Frozen thing and they fuck off. Well, I hope you stay fucked off. You're not welcome back if you're going to go and do stuff like that. Go and watch them pricks. There you go. Shallow. They know who I'm talking about as well. No loyalty. Yep.
Shalom.
Where's the festive background, says Craig. Look, I'm getting a bit bored of telling people this. I'm not in my normal place. That's why we lost the stream for 10 minutes, about 10 minutes ago. But we've got Jared joining us. He's watching the game live over in the States because... you are afforded to be able to watch every Manchester United game, whereas Manchester is in England, and if it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, you can't legitimately watch it, which is absolutely great, isn't it? But there you go.
Yeah. But the unfortunate thing is when we were doing better, we were on actual television, whereas now we're on the NBC Gold app. So for anyone in America, you have to pay for it now, which is unfortunate. Liverpool have taken our spot on.
I'm actually going to think about trying to move where I'm sat. So just let people know what's going on at the moment, Jared. I'm just going to see if I can find somewhere a bit closer.
Yeah, no problem. So
to the hub.
United on the front foot. I mean, Huddersfield are putting together some passes, but there really is zero attacking threat in the team. It looks like once we break through, I honestly could see a goal in the next few minutes. But as Luca has said, I'm behind, so who knows? Maybe the goal has already happened. NBC Gold is garbage, Dara, but it's better than having no game. They will obviously score a penalty, says he's no more. Yeah, again, the way we're moving the ball, though, is nice. They seem to not really be passing it back as much as passing it around to move forward. And it seems that it's a unified approach to the game, which I like. Seems that this is a team effort to move the ball forward. Yeah, I survived 76. That's trash. I want to see United, not those other wings. It's crazy because in the States, we always had United here as the team that was on TV, especially on a day like today. But can you do? I'm so mad. Which channel? It's not on in the UK, everyone. Luke Shaw moving the ball up. Amata. Right. So, again, Fred seems to be playing a little bit deeper. Kind of like a fulcrum to the whole team. Oh. All right, free kick to Huddersfield. Nice to see Mata pushing. Arthur of Messo. Brits, not all Brits hate Americans, and we give people reasons to hate us, so we forgive you all. It's okay. Okay. We each think the other one has a ridiculous accent. So, I respect it. Everton are up 1-0 for anyone who cares. Herrera is better than Fred, says Ryan 1504. For anyone looking on in the U.S., it's on NBC Gold. But again, it's pretty static. The game, the ball's being moved around, but it's not really into the other half. And play was just killed by a free kick, so let's just see how it goes. Nice, Alec Dukas. Luke, if I played in the United States team, Mark talks about his bad back, it would be worse for me. Oh, beautiful pass by Fred. Low on the right. I mean, Huddersfield has everyone behind the ball. They're going to try and slow the game down a bit, which again is nice to see too, because no one was trying to slow the game down against the Mourinho side. So you can already tell the difference. The players seem excited. They seem ready. We're going to score.
How's it going? I'm back in the room, Jared.
Yeah, it's going. They seem to be moving to goal, and again, like they're statically playing backwards. It seems like they're always looking for a way to move forward. It's going to take time to change the DNA, but it looks like they're already moving around, which is nice. And Huddersfield seem to be inept. So I think the only way they're scoring is a fluke goal, Phil Jones messing up, or a penalty.
If you're in the live comments and you're actually watching it, there's a lot of people who aren't able to watch this game today. Jared, who is watching it in the UK. But if you are watching it and you know there's a lot of people... US. There's a lot of people who aren't watching it. So if you want to get involved in the live comments and give us your thoughts on how we've started, whether you're happy with the wing play, are we using the width, the love, what you think about Fred? Is Matic still improving like he did against Cardiff? get in there and let people know, because it's all right. You know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I think we've just gone close there, says Alu God.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, even when you pay for NBC Gold, you're still 30 seconds behind. So it's unbelievable that. Well, I guess we can't complain, but
John Miller says that Huddersfield have started off up for the game and they're pressuring United, which is good to hear. Really, we want a test.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything that makes them threatening. If that makes sense.
Liam's not impressed so far. Get Solskjaer out, we're not winning, says Niall Borland. Well, I think early goals in these sort of games do help. Of course they do, but it's not always about that.
Very close chance for Huddersfield. Congolo right over the net from De Gea, but again, those are the chances where a team like Huddersfield is going to have to convert. And Liverpool are up 1-0
already. Yeah, well, we sort of expected that. Martin Pedersen says, Zidane as sport director, your thoughts? I don't think he'd do that. I think he wants to be a coach, to be honest.
I think Zidane's going to us or Bayern, one of the two teams. It's the only two teams that have a big enough stature to sustain a manager like Zidane, and one that would be an attractive enough project for him. But I don't see him coming here. I really think he goes somewhere else.
It's a Lovren screamer for Liverpool as well. Peter says that Huddersfield are parking the bus. They're not pressing at all. And Liverpool are going to be third unbeaten team ever, says Bradley Tucker. Not in a million years. They're going to Man City next week and they're going to get beat. I think Liverpool may well win the league and it'll be very, very disappointing. But they won't be winning, going through the league unbeaten.
They will not go unbeaten. But like I've told you, I've thought this for a little bit, that Liverpool, as much as I hate that we don't have Klopp, United moving in. Oh, very close. Very close shot. Beautiful pass inch away from Rashford, who would have clearly scored. Liverpool are going to win the league. Unfortunate to say it.
You think? You have said that for a while, though, to be fair. You have said that for a while.
Well, I mean, when you talk about the things that make teams successful, it's consistency and being able to win games 1-0. And Liverpool's toughest games this year, they've won by 1 goal, and their defense is better. And when we get a defender of the stature of a Van Dijk that can be a rock like a Koulibaly or a Skriniar or someone who can back the defense up, you'll see a whole nother team.
Impressive start by Fred. A lot of people in the live comments saying that. But Everton, I think, are 2-0 up against Burnley, who are very, very, very shit. But who stood out for you? I mean, we're only 10 minutes in, Jared, but who stood out for you?
I think Fred's been phenomenal, actually. He looks like he's moving differently. He looks free-flowing. He looks like he's hitting the right people with passes. As I say that, he misses a pass. I really like Blow. I think he's exciting to watch. I think he puts the ball where it needs to go, and he moves. He moves like very, very well. He's not static. We've had Valencia and Young who just are not able to move with the ball. They're not fast. It's nice to see that we have youth who can keep with the press. And Fred is enjoying the game, Farouk. I agree with that. Pogba's been crap, says Ryan. I don't. It's okay. One thing I will say is the Glazers are there in Old Trafford, so that's interesting to see.
There's a few people there. I mean, it's Christmas time here, and Ryan Giggs is there, and Wayne Rooney's there as well. I saw Wayne Rooney before the game, not personally, but he is at the game. So, Draughty says, go and remind people on that other stream that the United stand's back working. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? But there you go. I'd rather City win the league than Liverpool, says The Strange. I'd totally agree with that.
We've already dealt with City winning the league. It's fine.
City are winning.
It's not. Yeah, if it's not going to be us, let it be City. And Liverpool better do it this year, because by next year they'll have screwed it up. So, kind of a 1 year hope. It's like Klopp when he was at Dortmund. Lingard moving the ball, nice Shaw. All right, right outside the box. Rashford coming in. He looks unbelievable as well. Fred at the top of the box. Oh, I think he was setting up for a nice little screamer there. Are we playing well, FFR? I really think we are. I think we have. It looks like we have a design to the team.
I love the. I don't know about you, Jared, and obviously you're watching it, but I just love the fact that we've got those young fullbacks, but they want to go forward, and they're going to go forward today, and we've got bigger tasks to come. But I think there's general positivity around us, and the crowd, as you can hear, is just absolutely up for it as well, which is nice.
100%. Nice pass. Nice defensive play by Huddersfield. Lingard.
And there's that quicker intensity, isn't there, again, where it's even people like Matic, they're not looking side to side, doing little pirouettes. They're looking to move the ball quick. And that is the contrast between the previous manager and now.
It's, when you have mold in your bathroom and you get rid of it, it doesn't go away right away. And that's what's going on here. There's so much mold in this team that even if we've rid ourselves of 80% of it, you're still going to have some situations where we're not playing as free-flowing as we will play in a few games. I think once we get rid of this Mourinho DNA.
Spurs are winning 1-0 as well.
Spurs.
To be fair, I think Chelsea and Arsenal are the games for us later anyway. But we've got to win this game first.
Everyone is up 1-0. Well, don't worry about it. We're next.
And to be fair, Jared, Huddersfield are parking the bus.
Yeah, and again, I don't think it's going to be a good game plan against this team, because I think when we do break through, it's going to be, I think, as Marcus said, it could go up to like 3-4-0 quickly.
Jared's in America, so he's watching the game over there because they do get it. Unfortunately, here in the UK, we continually get messed about with these silly. I've spoken about.
That's the dumbest law.
Yeah, I've spoken about it.
I've ever heard.
So yeah, we can't watch it here. Obviously, there are ways that people can watch it, which we do not promote or condone, because it is illegal. But it is not illegal for Jared to be watching and talking about the game in America, which is what he's doing, and a lot of you will be watching it as well. So keep up to date in the link in the video description. Mm-hmm. Justin Nightingale's on about United stand versus Arsenal fan TV. Yeah, you can check that out if you've not seen it. It's on Arsenal fan TV. We didn't have the rights to put it up, but we certainly came out on top there.
Ooh, Rashford had a really nice pass, missed Fred by an inch, but that would have been a really nice opportunity for Fred to take it in and score. Huddersfield moving the ball down. This guy Congolo is pretty interesting. The ref's fat, so I don't understand how he keeps up with play, so congratulations to him as well.
Look, Vish says Huddersfield could get a result here. We've got to be realistic about this. Huddersfield are a Premier League team for the moment. They have been for the last couple of years. And as I said, Palace went to City and won. And that should never have happened. Never have happened. So anything can happen. And, United, I'm sort of glad that United haven't got that early goal, Jared, because we want Ollie to be tested as many times as possible. And, it's...
Well, we were lucky that he... Look, I've criticized the board at this club more than most, because I think that they're inept. But it's a very big move by a cheap board to fire Mourinho when they did, because Ali does not come in against Liverpool. He comes in against Bournemouth and Cardiff and Huddersfield, and they'll get a flow before they start playing big teams, and that's as important as being thrust into it. And again, I think they have their eyes on the top 6 matchups as well as the game against PSG, which I don't want to say I'm confident, but I think that it will be a different team playing them.
Traditionally, United do play Boxing Day at home at Old Trafford, but I remember the game last year. We drew 0-0 with Burnley, or was that the game where we were 2-0 down and we came back and got 2-2? I think it was we were certainly in the period of Messi Lingard then anyway. So.
Oh. By the way, Leicester won. No one should be happy, unfortunately, that Leicester's scoring. City are so far ahead of us, we're not catching them. At this point, you'd want City to win solely to make sure Liverpool don't win.
Exactly. I saw Draw to Devil there with capital letters, Leicester. And I'm like, what? What you want about capital letters with your Leicester? We don't want Leicester to get a result here.
It's the worst case scenario, and the only thing that's bad is Liverpool winning the league. We haven't done enough to beat City this year, so whatever. As long as the same team wins it, no other team is really happy. Kind of a benefit. City should lose. DK.
And also, you know what? I did say this. Look, if we can get an early goal, I think we could win this game maybe 3-4-5. But if we... it was a Lingard back heel, that's right, last year. But if we win today, we win. It's all about the 3 points. And, part of me does think that, if we do nick it late on, it's still... That might be quite a good thing because the honeymoon will end at some point anyway. And I think Bournemouth at the weekend will be a proper game of football. Bournemouth are no mugs. They're comfortably the top 8 and they're a good team, so...
Again, they got a great manager. I think they have a very, very attackable play. They're dangerous, especially at home. They're dangerous. So it's I don't know. We should beat these teams. So it's not like we should be worried, but it's a nice banana peel if we use the Goldbridge saying. Should have played advantage there. City won, Liverpool or flops again. Yeah, okay, I hope you're right. Huddersfield are definitely, they're pressing. They have such little attacking threat. It's unbelievable to think how they would score. This reminds me of Sevilla in some ways, where there's no physical way the team should score. It's really just going to be on if we score.
Everton are 3-0 up against Burnley. Maybe we are going to get Boxing Day 1963 fixtures. I think there was some massive... Everyone always on Boxing Day, if you're on Twitter, they always put out, I'd love some fixtures like this, 1963, because there was a 10-1 game, a 4-all game. But Burnley are without doubt the worst team I've seen this season. They're absolutely atrocious. Even Mourinho's United looked brilliant against them.
And it's crazy, too, because Sean Dyche has been such an unbelievable, playing so far above their level for so long.
Yeah. It's
just gone. It's like this year, it just ended.
You can only do it for so long, though, can't you? He doesn't really have very good players.
Well, it's the Ranieri theory, right? The guy won the Premier League title with Leicester, and then the next year, they were in the relegation zone. It's like the best managers still eventually wane influence at some point. Even Guardiola loses his teams to some degree at the end of his reign. And, managers, the most dangerous thing is them staying too long.
Craig Warburton says United have always been traditionally awful on Boxing Day. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I think we always seem to be at home and we tend to just grind out a result. I don't know why that is, but I think it's just the number of games as well. But, I believe that we've got to take 12 points. We've took 3 already. If we want to try and get into the top 4, we've got to take 12 points. But, there's no guarantees in this league. And they've just got to get over the line.
Yellow card for Huddersfield. I can't pronounce Kachunga.
And if you wanted to be ultra negative, some of the goals we scored against Cardiff were maybe fortuitous, but one was a set piece. It was a very, very good performance, but we still... I don't think for the game against Cardiff we created a hell of a lot of chances. We created chances, but how many chances have we created in this game so far, Jared? A couple? Half chances?
We've had 2 or 3 passes that if they went an inch or 2 over, we'd have goals. I don't think we've created enough this game. Lingard had a shot, but nothing significant. But the difference is we're not sitting there trying to just keep the ball. It seems like even though we have 75% possession, it's attacking possession. We just haven't been able to find the right chance to break them down. So I think that's coming. And the way that I bet it, I really hope it comes in the first half.
Go on then, what would you bet? Sorry, you broke up there, Jared.
Just...
I must just apologise to people actually for the quality of the stream today and the background. It's totally on me because Christmas plans were made and I'm not in my normal place, so that you will get an element of buffering every now and again because of that. But yeah, this is not the normal quality stream that you would get on the United stand. So I apologise for that. But we are here and we are keeping you up to date. Mr. Universe Turtle says, "Why are you guys so negative?" I do not know what you're on about. Jared, you still there with me, mate? Oh, his call broke. That's why. Sorry, mate. I think we lost you there for a moment. But
all good. All good.
You were on about your bet. Anyway, I was just explaining to people. We probably will get buffering every now and again because I'm not using my normal. I'm not in my normal studio setup, so there will be a bit of break every now and again. So just bear with us. And
what was he back on?
But we're back, and it's still 0-0. That's right. The main
so I cheat United to win the first half.
Yeah, I remember doing this before. I remember Chelsea. It's that long ago. Drogba was playing, so it was Chelsea, and we were playing. They were playing somebody in the FA Cup final. It might have been Wigan or something, and I did quite a hefty bet on there to be a goal in the first half, and it was 0-0 at half time. And they missed so many sitters. I was absolutely. I think I put £100 on it. It was the last time I ever did a bet like that. Anyway.
Well. Problem is, you guys in the UK, we don't have in the States. Hold on 1 second. Very pass. Nice shot. Nice save. Tough angle by Pogba. You guys have the ability to bet on anything. Like first goal scorer, last goal scorer, all that. We don't have that. So it's basically first half bets and then an over-under. Nothing else. That thing you were talking about the buying of players, is the coolest thing ever. You could make some serious money on that.
Yeah, I don't know whether you can do football indexing over there. I think it might be a UK thing. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't got the links and everything like that to tell everyone what it's about at the moment. It's normally on our transfer video, but as we move into January, we'll be doing that a lot more. And I'm really, really enjoying that. I've made some good money on it as well. You know, I've bought a load of United players, and it's all about, you know, if they're performing well and there's positivity, their price goes up. So it's good.
Well, think about it. If you're a humongous Pogba fan and people are down on him, you can actually make money on your belief that he's good, right? And if you don't like him, you can make money on your belief he's bad. Whatever you think. Matic, nice pass. Oh, we got a beautiful free kick opportunity about 5 yards out of the box.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. And a lot of people not saying, oh, Pogba won the free kick, but a lot of people not giving Pogba love. I mean, look, you're going to get games where it's going to be tight. And I think patience, you know, it's Christmas. We've just got rid of our manager. We want everything to be positive, but it's going to take a bit of time. Remember, we've got Mata as a free kick option today as well. And unfortunately, it's not a goal into the wall. Pogba says Gungshi. Not a great free kick, Jared. I don't know whether you've seen it yet.
It takes a nice second or two to do it. Here's a question, though. Like, is it his fault for creating the animosity when, as things are probably getting off of being on Pogba's back, we have something coming. Hold on. I hate when it comes up in the comments, but we'll go for it.
1-0 to Manchester United, and it's Matic. Matic is back. Matic is back. Jared will talk us through it as he sees it. But we've got the goal, and it's relatively early, 28 minutes. Matic with the goal. And I tell you what, things are just picking up for United, because he's a player that I've consistently said isn't good enough. But under a new manager, he's reborn. And he was one of Mourinho's boys as well, Jared. What were your thoughts on that?
I think, listen, anyone who was Mourinho's boy, the only one that's really going to affect... Beautiful corner goal, by the way. Perfect hit. I got to see who it hit, but it went into the goalie, right into Matic, who shoves it right in the net. And that's something we do not score on corners, so that's exciting to see.
Who got the flick on with that then? Was there a flick on, or did it just drop?
Yeah. They're showing the replay now. So, took it. Lindelof made a beautiful header. It hit the Huddersfield player right off to Matic, who was standing there, who just put it right in.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a Matic thunderbolt. Remember, if anyone used to watch my FIFA 18 streams, Matic had an absolute wand of a left foot. Not so much in FIFA 19, but it's not one of those. It's from a corner. But as Jared said, you know, United finding goals from everywhere. And beautiful by Delo, says the Mertz. Manchester United 1-0 up.
That's what we needed to see. And now I think you're going to see.
This is where
You
the goals
could see
come.
2 or 3 more
Yeah.
in this quickly. Because Huddersfield's whole game plan was holding us up until the 70th minute and then either trying to nick it or seeing what happens. And it's very dangerous when teams shut down shop too early.
Yeah, I agree
Do they
with
have a
Ibrahim.
backup
2-0 incoming. Fred's on a yellow. I mean, that's one thing about Fred's game, everybody, is that he does pick up the yellows. And it was a Delo corner as well, which not a lot of people have... few people in the live comments are talking about. Some people not very happy with the referee. But the most important thing is Manchester United 1-0 up. And I love the greed. I love the greed in the comments that people are talking about. Oh, no, it's 0-0 after 25 minutes. But look, remember where you were 8 days ago. You know... We are changing things at United and the steps are going to happen. And I think, it will do us good that it took us a little bit of time to score. But now, crowd's up for it. We're up for it. Let's go. Let's go for a few more. There's goals to be had. There's match of the days to be watched tonight. But yellow for Fred, which is unfortunate because he may need to be subbed off now. But remember, we've got Gomez and Pereira on the bench. Don't want to see anything from Fellaini.
The intensity Fred plays with is good for this team to have in it. So you're always going to have people who are maybe a little too ambitious.
George has reminded everybody that Jared's bet's coming now because you did say first half goal for United, didn't you?
Yes, it did. Very nice.
Which wouldn't be massive odds on that anyway, would there?
It was 1.5 to minus 1.5 to 1. So I think it was like bet 50, win 35.
Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. As I said, it's not our normal stream today because it's Christmas here in the UK and in other places I've heard. But so I'm actually at a family party at the moment, so I'm just in a sort of back room doing this. So we've had a bit of buffering. It is a bit raw, but the reality is that we're always there on the United stand for you. So make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And get involved. We've got fan cams. Flex is up at the game. In fact, Flex is in a box today. He rang me up and he said, somebody just rang me and said, I've got a spare place in a box. So he's given his ticket up and he's gone in a box. Boxing Day in a box.
Not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
Boxing Day in a box.
Heath Farley says, seriously, guys, appreciate and enjoy the progress. And the Mert says, I can't believe Jose didn't play Fred more. He's unbelievable. It must have been personal. Yeah. Don't know what you
just had a lot of personal. Oh, beautiful coverage by Lindelof on the corner. Huddersfield had a nice corner, hit Lindelof around. I think prevented a goal. But again, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the team develops over the next few months. I think that there's going to be people who give Pogba an inordinate amount of shit because he's very big on social media, and then there's going to be people who feel a weight lifted off their shoulder that Pogba should be the centerpiece of his team.
I think
Fred.
the goal is such a big important goal in a game like this, and to be fair, I sort of, the thing that resonates in my mind is Mourinho. He always used to talk about this. I remember the Young Boys game quite recently. If we got that early goal, we go and win it 4 or 5. But when you're not getting that early goal consistently, that's why Mourinho's no longer here. But he was right. You get that early goal and you're laughing. And this is what's happening with United at the moment. I know it's only 2 games in. I mean, I can't wait for the Bournemouth game and the Newcastle game. I think they're going to be real tests, which set us up nicely for Spurs away mid-January. But, there's loads of football to come now. I mean, my favourite part of the season, Jared, is over Christmas and January and February. And then because, September, October, November, you've always got the international breaks, and March you get one. But this is where the season's all about. The games are thick and fast. People start to pick up injuries, and it really is the perfect time, like you say, to bring Solskjaer in.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the time where you make up points. This is why people always say, let's see where we are at the end of Christmas and then see where you are at the end of January, and then you start making a determination on who's going to win the league, who's going to be top 4, because there's so many points available and so many times where people can drop points, where people get tired, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very, very fun few months for United, and we have not had a very fun few months since the Europa League finals, so enjoy.
It's interesting. I'm just going to go and pop and get myself a beer in a minute, Jared, so I'll leave you to talk for a moment. But it is Christmas after all. But I'm just reading the live comments while I'm listening to you about what's going on. And the Pogba thing, is back, and I think the Pogba thing is we could spend hours talking about it, but you've got people in the live comments, some saying that Pogba's linking up really well, some saying Pogba's not having a great day, some people are being a little bit more rude than that. But I think the most important thing with Pogba is he was a 10 out of 10 for me on Saturday. He was perfect. It was a perfect performance. But if he doesn't put in a performance today, that's the question mark, isn't it? I always knew Pogba was a world-class talent, but I also know he is inconsistent, and that's what we need to get. And I don't think it's going to be the flick of a switch. I think people have got to be patient. I think if in 3 months' time we're getting a consistent Pogba, then that is the solution we need. And maybe today he isn't as consistent as he was on Saturday.
No, but when you look at Pogba as a player, he is not supposed to be the only driver in the team. He's just supposed to be the best driver of the team. So you are supposed to be able to pick up people like Pogba, which is why he was so successful at Juventus, because there was this ability for the people around him to cover his bad games. That's fine. If we have people who can cover Pogba's mistakes in games, that's okay. He has to have his great games. Lingard's taking it up.
That's perfect, Arnie. Thank you.
Yeah. But
see, kids trained well there. She just actually came in with the beer that I was going to go and get. So, see,
but
that's
again,
that's
Pogba,
family. That is.
Well, that's Christmas for him. So.
Pradney Wacky says, under Sir Alex Ferguson, you knew that games with teams like Huddersfield and Cardiff were winnable. With Jose, we were scared of these teams too. So it's back to the old days. I like that comment, but I do think it's very early days to be saying that. I mean, Balloon Supplies. If I see your comment one more time, we're just going to delete it because you keep saying 1-1 full time, and I don't agree with you, to be honest. But there we go. Waiting for number 2, says Pryor. Well, this is it. This is what I like about United at the moment. We've got that positivity back, and it's important to feel like that. A lot of people saying thanks for the updates, Jared and Mark, because a lot of people can't watch it. Well, this is what the United Stand's all about. I think it's a joke. I think it's an absolute joke. And I don't know what a lot of you think, but I've said this so many times. It really annoys me that you can't watch every single game in the UK legitimately, because I pay for Sky, I pay for BT, and there's games like at lunchtime, Fulham versus Wolves. I can't say to my mother-in-law, we're not watching whatever crap you want to watch because I want to watch Fulham Wolves. It's a shit game. But I would happily pay, I would pay up to 300 quid a year to be able to watch every United game on TV, which is a lot of money. And not a lot of people could do that, but I would do that. We should have the option to do it.
Well, you know what's crazy, too? So in the Champion, my friend's a Wednesday supporter, and he says that you can actually pay, it's like $141, and you get to watch every single match of that team. Every match, no matter what.
Yeah, I'd
Which
love
is
that.
interesting if it was a system we developed. Rashford taking it in, hold on. Oh, beautiful pass across, really nice defensive play by Huddersfield. Mates at the corner, you got Shaw. He looks... they look like different people.
I'll tell you what, I mean, Patrick St. Pierre says Pogba's good. We need time to get final ball right. It is going to take time as well. I spoke about this. I said that the fitness levels of United aren't where they need to be because we were lazy under Mourinho. We were pragmatic and we didn't press. All he wants is to press and to get that fitness up at the middle of the season. It's like the Southampton manager. He wants to do the same. It's difficult and it's going to take some time, but it will come. And it's like you were talking about the passing there, Jared, as well. That's going to take some time with United as well.
The DNA is changing. Spider-Man didn't come Spider-Man since he got bit. It took some days. Then he woke up.
They are the perfect 2 games to have, though, because Cardiff had lost their last 5. Huddersfield have lost their last 5. So it is great. And let's not forget, we haven't got Martial today. We haven't got Sanchez today. We don't really have a left-sided player today. So, I'm happy with the patience. I'm happy to
you know what the difference is, too? Tell me, anyone in the live comments, did...
sorry, go on.
Well, like I had no faith that we could pull out results. Whereas there's not a doubt in my mind that we will win. It's just by how many, and that's the feeling we should have at home against a shit team.
Yeah, and I said this to a lot of people. I didn't feel that way under Mourinho, and Pradmiar says that what I meant to say is that teams were actually scared to players. That started to fade away under Jose, but you'll definitely see teams scared soon. Yeah, and I agree with that. I think Cardiff, I would have quite fancied Cardiff to get a result against us, to be honest with you. But good. Delo's just missed a good chance.
Yeah. And it's like, so Rashford's on the side too. He's fighting for the ball, and you just look at what he's doing. There are certain things that Mourinho has. Oh, yeah. So Rashford fought for the ball on the sideline, bodied the player, had some free space, put a beautiful cross in, and Delo was an inch away. So very, very nice play by United. It's okay. Why is someone saying red card, Rashford? Oh, not a red card, you idiot.
Don't listen to those.
Although, well, it was worse because I'm an idiot because it says Troll YouTube was his name. So I guess I should have expected that. Yeah, but again, very nice play by United. A goal is coming.
And Rashford looks good again, which is good. I mean, there's so much going on with United at the moment. Like Fred starts today, Delo starts, Ollie's come in. But I noticed this towards the end of the Mourinho reign, and it's continued into the Solskjaer reign. Rashford, and I like the way United fans aren't making a big deal of it, because many of us felt, well, this is what he should be doing. But for so long, Rashford was a peripheral figure, sort of a bench player. Is he a left winger? And in recent weeks, we've been seeing him playing up front. Obviously, Lukaku's been injured or not here. And Rashford's like, it's like there's a comment there from Ezzy and he just hit the nail on the head. Rashford's now our best number 9. And this transition is exactly what I've been saying, Jared, for a long time. He's not a left winger. He's a number 9. He's a raw number 9, but he's only going to become a quality number 9 by playing games. And now we're seeing that. And I think that's something. Solskjaer was a striker. And you can talk about Phil Jones being the centre-back and it should be Bay, but when it comes to the striker, he ain't going to get that wrong. Is he going to want Lukaku, who's playing in his Timberlands, or is he going to want Rashford, who's from the youth setup and actually is a creative player? He's going to go with Rashford.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, you really have to wonder if the casualty of Mourinho leaving will only be Lukaku. Like, he's the one player that we all know is not good enough as a striker for United. And again, the ability to play for a manager like Mourinho and learn defensive tactics as a forward is very valuable in your career, especially when you're as young as Rashford. It will benefit him immensely to have played for Mourinho. It will. Mourinho has always taught forwards how to be a defensive player. He's not going to be for long-term success. Like, look at Ronaldo, what he learned from Mourinho, even though they hated each other.
Heath Farley says, never under Jose would a right back be in the box. And thanks for the contribution, Heath. And remember, you can do that through the super chat option, which is the $sign at the bottom of the live comments. And it's a very, very good comment by Heath, Jared, because he's right. The right back wouldn't be getting on the end of Rashford's setup there, would he? Miss or not?
No. And you got hold on, Matt Mata. Oh, beautiful shot by Rashford, an inch away. He looks like a different person. And Charles is right. The football is beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for the contribution, Charles, and thanks for Jared for grabbing it. Yes, well, this is going the way I did predict it would go. To be honest, Jared, I thought that we would have an enjoyable afternoon over on Boxing Day watching United win a game. It's a case of how many we get, of course. Huddersfield could come back, but United looked too good for Huddersfield, and I think we get the second goal, and then maybe we get a bit of Gomez. Bit of Pereira, and we get back to our turkey sandwiches afterwards. Lovely stuff.
Oh yeah, I think that's the other thing you get to be excited by is we're going to see youth. You're going to see youth this year. You're going to see youth you would not have seen on Mourinho and people that we know should be playing. So I think it's bright days ahead.
And I do just want to say as well, because I'm one of the most vocal things when... and please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, get involved with the United Stand community, the best fan channel community, not just on the pitch, and we've proved that, but off the pitch as well, a fantastic community of people. But I do just want to say as well, because obviously I'm not afraid to be negative about things, and I have been very negative about Matic, and yet again, he's having a very, very, very good game. Very good game. And in a way, it surprises me because he was one of Mourinho's fanboys, and apparently he wanted Mourinho to stay, one of the few players that did. But we suddenly, hopefully it's a learning curve for Matic himself, because he backs Mourinho because he likes him, and yet Mourinho goes, and we suddenly are now seeing a Matic that we haven't seen in over 8 months. I think he's been a terrible footballer for 8 months, and I wanted him out of the club. In 2 games, he's moving the ball quicker, he's not taking as many touches, and he's passing forward, and we're seeing a much better Matic. And it's funny, even Mourinho's backers, they're improving, Jared. And I don't apologise for going in on Matic because I think he's been crap, but it's great, the players are responding to this change as well.
You should be able to criticize players who are not playing up to their ability. It's why Pogba gets so much shtick, because when you see a person like Lukaku giving you 8 performances, you're okay with it because you know that is maybe his limit to where he can be. But when you know someone could be the best midfielder in the world or up there, it's frustrating to watch them not do it, and you wonder why. Pogba just set up a beautiful play to Rashford, who, again, even though he missed it, they're shooting, they're falling. It's just a different environment what they're doing. And these people and players, it's going to be a different team come January.
Benjamin says, score predictions, both of you. That's a very good question, Benjamin. Well, Jared's jumped in with 3-0. I was going to say there, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 or 3-0. I think, I'd like to see 4 or 5, but I think the game is sort of like 1-0. It's looking like 1-0 at half time. Jared will let us know when it's hit half time. But I think
got 30 seconds.
I think the problem is, the reason I think it's going to be 2 or 3-0, Jared, is because the way Ollie wants us to play, I don't think we can play like that for 90 minutes because I don't think the fitness levels are there yet. I think in a month's time we will, but like Cardiff, I think in the last 20 minutes we'll fade again.
Yeah, I think you have to build those fitness levels. And again, you go back to that same point of being able to play these lower teams in this run of fixtures will allow us, I think, the ability to get up to it. Look, it took the teams who were playing like high pressing for 90 minutes. It takes them about a year and a half to get to the fitness levels you need to do it.
And we were bottom of the league, weren't we? The last 2 seasons, yeah. We've been in the bottom 4 for distance covered. Mm-hmm. Nana Bara says, you can see Delo growing in confidence now. He needs game time, Jared. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the impressive thing about Fred today. I'm looking at the live comments, and a lot of people are talking about Fred's fading. He looks tired, and he's gone tired all of a sudden. He might only be able to play an hour. And the reason I say that is because I love Fred and I love Pereira. And it is half time now. That's why I've stopped the clock.
Yeah, but it's half time across most of the games.
I did say that Fred and Pereira, we can't expect them to be starting games yet, and because I watched them against Valencia and they looked miles off the pace, and that's because Mourinho hasn't been using them. So this is great for Fred. And How93 says Fred isn't fit enough. Ha Banter said Fred fitness is crap. But I don't want people to be saying that as if it's a bad thing. He's not been given first team football for 4 months. He's not been used, so he is going to take time to get his fitness up. That's why it's great that he's starting today. Maybe give him an hour, and then next time another hour against maybe Reading in the cup, and then by February time he'll be up to fitness as well.
It's more what they're doing while on the pitch than being on the pitch for 90 minutes. It's not Mourinho's team anymore. 90 minutes player fans thought he could be. But again, it takes time.
Yeah. It's patience. That's what it's all about. It's about taking it step by step.
We as a fan base do not have patience. We're not a patient fan base. So it's why people like Van Gaal were removed when they were, because we're impatient at certain levels and we demand success. And I think with Ali coming in, you have to give him time to build the players to a new playing style and just take the benefits from what we see. Like, Fred's playing unbelievably well. Rashford's playing unbelievably well. Pogba seems to be where he needs to be on the pitch in this game. If you're looking at stats, we're 75% possession. We have 3 times the passes as them. We're at 88% passing accuracy. We have 5 attempts on target, 9 attempts. We would go through Old Trafford games with Mourinho and have no attempts on goal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different team.
Yeah, we get to 70, 80 minutes with Mourinho and have no attempts on goal. And like Henry Ellis says, thanks for the contribution, Henry. He says they're more confident and free, not all defence. And I want to ask people about that in the live comments, but I do definitely want to ask Jared about this as well. I've never been so patient as a United fan, and it may be because it's Boxing Day and I've got a can of beer in my hand and I'm spending it with you good people having a chat about football for a couple of hours. But actually, in all seriousness, I am ridiculously relaxed. Now, if we were to draw this game or lose it, there would be an element of disappointment there. But I still know that this path we're going down now, this new path with no Mourinho, is the right path. And of course, I want us to win today. I want us to beat Bournemouth. I want us to beat Newcastle. I want us to put pressure on Chelsea and Arsenal. I want us to try and get top four. But I'm not going to lose sight of the fact that the day Jose Mourinho was sacked, the day before I'd said, no matter who comes in, we can't get top four. It's too far. It's too far. So I want to remember that, and I want to remember that over the next 6 months. And I want to realise that, the pressure shouldn't be on on Ollie. It shouldn't be on the players. We've got to do what we can do over the next 6 months. And as a fan base, I think patience is really important. Red Baron says we're pressing really well, Mark. We're winning 50-50s. These are all the things. We're using the width. Our fullbacks are getting in the box. We're moving the ball fast. We're looking forward. This is after what? 3 or 4 training sessions and 2 games, Jared? It's going to get better. And that's the path I want to be on. And patience has to be on that path too.
I agree. Again, I think you have to take positives from games like this, not negatives. When we go into that game against Spurs in January, at that point, he should have his team ready. He should have us ready to be competitive in that match. And the way Spurs are playing, they're a better put together side than we are right now. And you wonder, can he bring them to a level where we can get a result out of that game? And I think he can. I can't wait for that game. I don't know about that.
Yeah. And to be honest, you spoke about it as well. I love what the board did. I love that they waited for the Liverpool game and then it went wrong and they sacked him, because even if Mourinho had stayed, we'd be sat here now going, we probably would be winning these games, but it wouldn't be, as soon as we play Spurs, we lose again. Whereas under Ollie, it's like Pradnia says, the last piece in our jigsaw is attacking style. So Cardiff, Huddersfield, they're the perfect 2 games. They've both lost their last 5. So they're the perfect 2 games to get a bit of confidence and buzz. Bournemouth, perfect game. At home though, so security blanket at home, but a team that is playing very, very well. Then Newcastle away, traditionally the sort of game we struggle in, and then a cup game to get a bit of the youth involved, and then let's go to Spurs and see what we're all about. Imrano TV says Matic is deliberately not making sideways passes. He wants to be like the kids. He's been told not to do that in Imrano TV, which is training, which is coaching. And Robert Marr says Solskjaer smiling everywhere he goes. Complete contrast to Jose. Negativity was bringing down the players. And that's simplistic, Jared, isn't it? That's simplistic. We had a manager who was so negative, and now we've got a manager who's so positive. That breeds through the fan base and the players. It's obvious.
Well, you take it a step further, and Mourinho, this was a job. This was nothing more than that. He didn't care about the history of the club. He cared about the history of Mourinho. Ollie understands everything that this club was built on. He played his whole life here. This has got to be like a dream for him, that he is actually managing this club. And maybe that can't be lost on people. You're talking about the guy has his dream job, and you can just tell the attitudes there. He knows what it means to be in the position he's in. And it's infectious. It's infectious with a fan base. It makes you sit there and you look for positives instead of negatives. It gets the players up to winning matches that are tough, and I think that overall, we're in for an exciting season, which none of us thought we were.
Yeah, and I think, we were so far down. Our confidence was so far down, and we were so neglected as a fan base. And you will get Arsenal and Chelsea fans going, you're excited because you beat Cardiff. And I'm sort of like, look, you focus on your own club. Seriously, do focus on your own club, because you don't know what we've been going through as United fans. You don't know how low we were. And yeah, we are celebrating Cardiff. And yeah, we know we're shit. We should not be where we are. But we're on a path to somewhere. And we're loving it. Does Manchester United Tottenham determine who gets the job, says Abel Leon? Well, look, no. Tottenham are 3-0 up against Bournemouth at half-time. We're playing Bournemouth on Sunday. I think the Pochettino and Solskjaer for Manchester United job is really funny, because we beat Cardiff 5-1 away, and he goes and beats Everton 6-2 away. He's 3-0 up at home to Bournemouth, and we're playing Bournemouth on Sunday. Look, let it continue. If Pochettino wants the job and he's auditioning for the job, great. If he doesn't, maybe Zidane. If he doesn't, and if Solskjaer gets us top 4, he's got to be a serious candidate.
Well, here's my question. you can't say no to Poch if you can get him, right? Even, like, I guess the thing is, if Ali does what he's supposed to do and he brings like me who were saying, let's have the exciting. So you'd probably have to go for experienced people like Poch or Zidane if you're not going to go for Ali to take the permanent job now. Because there's no reason to bring in an Eddie Howe when you have someone exciting who gets the club.
You wouldn't do Eddie Howe. I think the Eddie Howe debate, and I understood why people said Eddie Howe, and that's fine. But actually, Eddie Howe, Eddie Howe is basically Solskjaer. And you take Solskjaer because he knows what the club's all about. So you'd never gamble on Eddie Howe. You'd go Solskjaer. So it's whether you
Poch, I think if you can pay the $36 million, which they will, I think it'd be interesting to see. Poch is ready for a bigger job, and Levy won't let him go, so you'll have to pay out his contract. Which
is a lot, isn't it? Whereas Zidane, he might cost a little bit more in wages, but nothing like 36 million, and he's free. Lucas says every time's more confident now. I mean, to be fair, that's a great point by Luca, and it feeds into what I was going to say there about Solskjaer. The Solskjaer thing is a bit like United at the moment. Everything's positive, everyone looks happier. But to be fair, this could be 10 years ago, and Oldham replaced their manager, and a new manager comes in, and for 3 games they win 3, and everything's... This happens. You change your manager from a manager that the players don't want to play for anymore. The first 3 or 4 games, it guarantees... so many teams do it, or used to do it, around February time if they're in the bottom 3, because you get a kick boost, where your first 3 or 4 games with a new manager, you're normally guaranteed at least 2 or 3 wins. Mm-hmm. It's not new. It's not new what's going on with United. It's stereotypical. You change your manager, positivity, and you win games. So I don't want to jump on that, but I think if you're interested in Solskjaer as manager, which I am, we ain't going to have to wait long, because, as I said, it was a great time to change Mourinho, because you get this game against Cardiff and Huddersfield, who haven't won since the 50s. No, seriously, they haven't won in a long time. Then you get a little test against Bournemouth. Then you get a test against Newcastle away. Then you've got a massive test against Spurs. Then you've got a few winnable games. Then you've got the defining month, February. PSG home and away. City, Liverpool, Arsenal. If he comes out of those games and we're through the Champions League and we're in the top 4, then you've got a very, very serious candidate for Manchester United manager there. I don't think we need to take... I think if you want Solskjaer, great, but we'll find out whether Solskjaer is going to be the manager or not, because it's not like what Giggs had at the end of his season, Jared, when he took over from Moyes. Top 4 had gone, and we had some games. I think he played Southampton. You can't assess him on 4 games. We can assess Solskjaer over these next 6 months, and I think it's a long shot for him to get it. But if he wins the FA Cup, he gets us to maybe the quarters or the semis of the Champions League, and he gets us top 4, it'd be very hard to say no to that.
Not only that, you're talking about PSG, who were one of the favourites to win the Champions League. You're talking about probably the most difficult February a manager can have. If he can get players like De Gea and Martial to commit to new contracts, that's as important as winning, right? Because that means the players are starting to believe what he's doing. I think those are things you look at and you say, long-term, what's the damage giving him another year? Poch will still be at Tottenham, so you don't have to worry about that. If you really wanted Zidane, I question the fact that why isn't he here already? So I don't actually think we'll be going for him. I really don't. I think I just don't think it's a good fit, honestly. So I think it's either Poch or we're going to keep him. I do. I just don't see Zidane working in this club. Unbelievable manager, but I don't know. There's something about the fact of we don't need another big name. We need a Premier League proven manager who knows what he's doing, who gets the club, who gets what we need out of it. And I don't know if Zidane's the right person, but maybe he is. Who knows?
Let me know when the kickoff for the second half, Jared.
Yeah.
This is the brilliance of the United stand for me, because it's all about different opinions, isn't it? And I know a lot of you want Pochettino, and all I would say about Pochettino is, if we get Pochettino as our manager next season, I'm happy. I'm not arguing here. It's not like who should be our centre back, Jones and Bailly. I want Bailly. I don't like Jones. If you're telling me our manager's going to be Pochettino, Solskjaer, or Zidane next year. I'm happy in different ways about all three of those, but I am pro Zidane. I am pro Zidane because I think he's an ex-brilliant player, which will get the best out of people like Pogba. The back-to-back Champions League wins. People say, "Oh, he inherited Real Madrid," but Pep inherited Barcelona. He couldn't do that. What he did was very impressive. And if you watch the games, there was some very, very big tactical moments in that as well. So I do like Zidane, and I favour Zidane over Pochettino. But I understand why you over. Still. But for me, it's like I don't think there's a wrong answer anyway. I think they're both very, very good managers.
Yeah, I mean, do you sit there and remember we were talking about a Jardim? Do you think now it's between Pochettino, Zidane, or Solskjaer?
I think it has to be. I don't know what people in the live comments think, but for me now, I think it has to be Solskjaer, Zidane, or Pochettino. And all three of those excite me. They do, in different ways. They all bring different things. That's why a club of Manchester United status should be going for those three. I do like Laurent Blanc, but I actually think we're dealing with a different level now. You've got Pochettino, Zidane, and Solskjaer.
Players are out.
Yeah. So I do like Laurent Blanc, and I do like Jardim, and I did like the Eddie Howe argument, although I was never on it. I never agreed with it. I did like the justifications, but I do, Jared. I don't know about you. I think it has to be those three now.
I was so excited that Eddie Howe could be a manager at this club. I think he's a superstar, and I think if, for example, we did get Pochettino, Eddie Howe would go to Tottenham. And
yeah, which for football, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to see that happen.
100%. And you can't knock it. What he's done at Bournemouth's amazing, but we don't need that right now. And I think that you look at the two candidates we're talking about, as the biggest club in the world, we should choose our manager and go get them and move on. Manager's the one thing that we can get. It's not negotiating a player. You just pay a salary and move on. Also, they're kicking off right now, so you can go for it.
Cheers, pal. Well, I really enjoyed that chat at half time. I really enjoyed having Jared on because we haven't done a watch-along for a while actually, which is good. And Marcus is at home stuffing his bloody sausage rolls into his gob whilst we do the work. But no, it's nice. Zidane can train these players to their best, says Adil. Don't worry, we can say even the live comments. Say what you like about Marcus. He won't be watching. He's a fair weather fan. But I love winding Marcus up.
We love Marcus.
We do love Marcus, but we can say anything we like about him. He's sat there now watching Sound of Music with his snowball in his pants. But anyway, we're up and running. But I really enjoyed that chat. It's good. I mean, this is the situation with United now. There's a lot of positive chats to be having.
This is an interesting comment, as we're Huddersfield on the attack, so nothing will happen there. Jose in talks with Chelsea and Madrid over next job. I've thought that Jose would end up at Madrid, if I have to be honest with you. There seems to be some weird love affair with Perez and Mourinho.
But it's interesting what Ramos has said. Did you hear Ramos said if he goes, I'm off?
Yeah, but you know what? Ramos is 32 now, right? And if you're Madrid and you were trying to get money out of him at some point, now would be when you'd have to sell him, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think there's a lot of moving cogs in Madrid. I wouldn't want to be in that situation right now.
And thanks for that contribution, Julian. I mean, Julian Amas, who said that Mourinho's in talks with Madrid and Chelsea. He won't be in talks with Chelsea though. No way.
No. Sarri's not going anywhere.
But also, he left Chelsea in a that he was sacked. He would never go back there. The relationship's not good.
Hey, Marcus, in the comments.
Mad Marcus has just come back and says, how are we all doing? So he's clearly missed the last 5 minutes. We're all great, Marcus. We were just talking about you, saying how we're missing you, and it's a shame that you're not here. Positivity, as always, on here. Liverpool are 2-0 up. I mean, they're playing Newcastle at home. Salah penalty. Salah better than Hazard. I tell you who's better than Hazard as well. Son. I don't want to talk... Well, look, United are playing at the moment, but... If I could take one player at United, because I wouldn't take Salah because he plays for Liverpool, so that's it. He's a brilliant player, but he's a Liverpool player. That's Son at Spurs. Oh, God. He's like
Oh,
he's like a pimped up Ji-sung Park. I mean, Ji-sung Park was good, but Son's actually, absolutely amazing. And I think there's something not right about the footballing world that these sort of Asian players don't get the hype they deserve. I think if Son was European, and it's not a race thing or anything like that. I just think it's a bit like Spurs compared to maybe Arsenal. Arsenal get a load of hype, and Spurs, it's like, oh, they're doing really well, pat, pat, pat. When actually they've been consistently brilliant over the last 2 or 3 years. But Son, for me, if Son was European, he'd be absolutely amazing. He'd get so much credit. He's amazing. He's a very, very good player.
Well, the Tottenham support in the States is pretty significant. I mean, Arsenal, again, we'll be hearing 10 years later about how they went undefeated for 12 games. That's going to be their biggest accomplishment under Emery, so let them have it. Honestly, it's good for them.
That pass by Pogba. Did you see that pass by Pogba, Jared?
We're right behind. But here, I will be seeing it right now. I love the little side. His talent level's unbelievable. And he does seem he's not jogging as much.
Who, Pogba?
I hate to be so direct. Yeah, he seemed to be like running, which he never was doing under Mourinho.
Red Baron says he loves my dislike of Hazard. To be honest with you, my dislike of Hazard has sort of been enhanced to banter Chelsea fans. But I do actually genuinely don't rate him as highly as some people think he's the best player in the world.
Oh, Huddersfield, they got nothing. But they had a shot. Nice defensive play by Lindelof, and now we're on the break by Lingard. Did Jones or Lindelof? I thought it was.
The background noise, everybody, is the family party that's going on that I will be hitting hard after I've done this and my match reaction. But I'm not at my normal place today, so it's a very chilled out.
NBC Sports Gold for any American, and for any people in the UK, move to America if you want to watch 10 a.m. games.
Aidan Lefeur says, with new management, do you think we can finally keep Twansibi and Fosu Mensah? Pure young talent that could have backed up the starting defenders. And Red Baron says, why is England so stupid? Why can't I watch this game? Aidan, Twansibi will come back and do very well. Fosu Mensah, again, I really rate Fosu Mensah, but this is his second loan that's not gone well. Palace and Fulham, I mean, these are relegation candidates, and he's not playing as regular as he should be. I mean, I love Fosu Mensah, but it's just not working out. Now, Twansibi at Villa is probably their best player. I think there's good opportunities for him. United need to get the second goal here, Jared.
Yeah, you can. Huddersfield's making some. They're cutting in. They're making opportunities. They look better. I actually think Myler's a good coach. What he did with them, bringing them up, was pretty cool. It's just this shouldn't be a game. And again, this is going to be the difference because we're going to score in the next 10 minutes. And then I think from there, you're going to see a defeated Huddersfield. And then maybe we get Marcus's 4-0 scoreline.
DKK just said how about Simeone for manager, which George Carl has deleted, but it was a contribution. So I don't know what's going on there. But being as George may have deleted it by accident, and it is a contribution, either George Carl's got a very big issue with Diego Simeone, but I will answer it and say, Diego Simeone or Conte would make me rant from the moment we appointed them because it's not the right choice for United. They're both managers that are... Diego Simeone especially is a very good manager, but he's not a Manchester United manager. It'd be another Mourinho. They're not Manchester United managers have to do what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing. And I'm not saying he's going to be our manager, but he's come in and he understands what Manchester United is. That's what United manager always should be. And I think in future... Doesn't matter if they're, we've got to do that. Don't go for the best manager in the world if they don't fit what our club's all about for me, Jared.
Yeah, there's no reason to. Chelsea hired Conte after Mourinho to get stability. There are managers you bring in for stability. Simeone's not leaving Atletico Madrid, so it's not even a conversation. Eventually, when he does, he'll go to Inter. He's said it. It's just not, we're not a fit. You don't need a defensive manager here. Really
interesting this, Jared. I mean, we're only 10 minutes into the second half and he's going to bring Herrera and Young on, which to me means obviously he's not he's making big changes there, because that's not your old we're 3 or 4-0 up, let's get Pereira on. This is he's worried and he's sending the experienced players on.
Yeah, but I like that he identified that. He started the way that he started. I'm more and more confident in what he can do as manager. The biggest thing to me though is two people signing. If he can get De Gea and Martial to sign, I'm all in on him. That's so valuable to us because they're the future of this team. De Gea will be captain and should be captain of the club. I think that he's suffered through enough. He's like one of us fans.
Yeah. He should
Suffered through all of the shit. All of it. Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho. And he stayed over a fax machine.
I think Fred will clearly go off. He's on a yellow card and he seems to be fading fast. It looks like Dalot's coming off as well, which I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, Dalot and Fred.
Stamina's gone, says Jay Hart. Yeah, but you know what? This is, that I don't have a problem with that because it's not their fault. It's not the players' fault. This is, people say, let's not talk about Mourinho anymore, but we will still be talking about Mourinho for at least another month because he is responsible for the fitness levels of these players. And Fred and Pereira against Valencia look like they'd never played football in their lives because they've not been kept yet in the US tour and the first couple of games of the season. They were as good as anybody else, if not better. Their fitness levels have been allowed to drop to stupid levels because they've not been kept match sharp. And Dalot's the same. He's coming back from injuries. So, I think that actually the subs aren't as glamorous as we would like them to be because we would love to see Pereira and Fred come on. Pereira and Gomez come on. But this game's not as comfortable as that. It's not the comfortable game we wanted. So do you want to carry on and maybe Huddersfield nick a goal and we draw? Or do you send a couple of experienced players who are very fit at the moment, get on there and let's get this game won? And Solskjaer's about that. He's got to get the wins.
He has to find the right team, but that also includes finding who's the right people to bring on in a match when things are not going.
Beer, Jared. The kids have let me down on this one.
No problem. I'll take some things in the live comments. What are these Mourinho changes? I don't know what that means. Hey Marcus, all about minutes, good changes. I hope Marcus is doing well. Center City, Charlotte. I love cats. Congratulations, Mark. Please, these are professional players. I have watched them play. And they're not good enough. It's not about game time. They train, Mark. They train. I don't agree with that, just Amika. I think that when you look at players, they have to get the right guidance to be successful. Some need more guidance than others. Pogba with a beautiful pass up to Mata, no. And fully has it. Shalom Marcus from New York. Mad Marcus, first time watching. Valencia is not performing. Valencia's old. It's time for him to go. We got a bunch of people and a bunch of deadwood that need to be just shipped out right away. For updates on other games, 3-0 Tottenham, 2-0 Liverpool, 1-1 City, Leicester, 0-0 Palace, Cardiff, 3-1 Burnley, Everton. We look like we've stabilized the game a little bit, which is nice to see. It really is funny. Matic just looks completely different under this new manager. 2-0, yes, I'm at the stadium. No, you're not, because if you were at the stadium, you wouldn't be able to post in this. You idiot. Banned. So, yeah, I mean, what does everyone else think?
You're on now. Look, you're in that corner.
Why didn't Matic go out for Herrera? Matic doesn't seem like he needs to go out. He seems fresh. He seems like he...
8,448. It's the biggest audience you're ever going to have in your life. It's downhill from here. Jared, you're still there, mate?
Yep.
So I've got my nephew here, or his hand.
Excellent.
He didn't believe me that we were streaming to 8,000 people, but there you go.
Yeah. That we are.
Still 1-0, yeah?
But it looks like they've stabilized a little bit, and I think the tide's turned. I thought that had a couple minutes where they could have nicked a goal. I think that the subs have kind of nullified that.
Yeah, we need
somehow
to,
that was a Rashford.
We need to get the second goal there. Really.
We need to get the second goal there.
Yeah. But we always need the second goal. It hurts us in so many games where we should have already nicked. We should have killed the game off. It should be over. And, on another note, I'm really hoping that Rashford plays up front going forward. I think he's perfect there. I do.
Yeah,
I think he'll be an unbelievable asset. And he's growing quickly. New York is the greatest city in America. We agree.
So if you live in Manhattan, you must be loaded.
Right? How did you know? I've actually donated all my money to the Glazers to try and have fire Mourinho, so I tried to contribute
Not properly. Not
to the
properly.
$20 million fee. Oh. Hi, hey, Mark's nephew. Mark's nephew says hello. DT is a shitbag. Yeah. Well, oh, okay. Excellent. The ref is pissing me off.
Stop it.
Could you imagine? I forgot this ref's name, but he usually annoys me too, so that kind of makes sense.
This is my credibility disappearing. Off it. Off it. Pop it. My nephew's doing bloody Fortnite dances behind my back. It's Christmas.
Oh. Is he flossing?
Yeah.
Mark is just a big Fortnite fan.
Oh, hey Mark, just seen a tweet from Draughty saying that certain somebody kicked your daughter's ball over the fence, then followed up by saying I'm the best. Is this true? Oh, this is the Arsenal Fan TV versus United game. Look, at the end of the day, I don't even want to mention that person's name anymore because he wants some sort of cage football rematch. I don't live in the past. I'm not a boxer. He ain't going to pay me a massive amount of money for a rematch. There's nothing for me to do other than move on to the next challenge. And I kept that very quiet. But the reality is there was something that happened before the game that got me very, very focused. And that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, a little bit of Christmas performance there from my little nephew. But we nearly scored a free kick anyway. It's still 1-0 United. They're not giving us a Christmas cracker here, Jared. I think we're just sort of getting to that stage now. Young and Herrera's come on for Delo and Fred. Let's just get the result.
Yeah, but Young's free kick was nice. I mean, in the now, like today, or is it one of those UK rules where you can't, or is it just in the UK that's a problem?
I think in other countries they just, if you don't show it, you don't show it. Like we had someone from Sweden before. But in the UK, if it's a 3:00 kickoff, you're not getting in any game, whether it's championship or anything. So,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that championship, again, I do believe that the championship teams in the EFL are allowed to sell, internally the right every game, including the 3:00. So I don't know what the law is if it's solely based in the Premier League now. If they've amended it, I don't. But you guys would know more than I would.
In the UK, right, the reason they don't let 3:00 games be on the TV is because they think that if United are playing at 3:00, you might go on United fans have got fans all over the UK. So if you're a United fan from Leicester, you're going to go and watch. No, Leicester would be in the Premier League. But if you're a United fan from where I'm born, Nottingham, you're going to go and watch Forest or County. It's not going to happen. I ain't going to watch. I don't live in Nottingham anymore, so I live in the Birmingham area. So I'm going to go and watch Villa or Birmingham City or West Brom. No, I'm not. I'm going to get on the radio. Go! I've got to go. No.
Oh no! Pritchard, had a beautiful corner right out to the edge of the box. An unbelievable shot, and again, our best player De Gea just saves the goal. Just incredible save.
This is it.
Incredible.
Yeah, this is it. This is United are making hard work of this, and that's why I think the substitutions of Young and Herrera were very, very clever, experienced players, but also their fitness levels are good.
Yeah. Now, if anyone talking about maybe smaller clubs, if anybody has Netflix, I know that it's probably been torturous to watch the Amazon thing about City. I don't want to watch it. I can't watch it, but they have a Sunderland one that they just released that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants something to watch, it's excellent. It's excellent.
I just hate North East clubs, to be honest. I hate Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and Newcastle. I do. I've always disliked them. I just think they should go and join the Scottish Premier League. I don't like them. I hate the journey up there, and there's too many of them.
Yeah. Well,
but
spoiler.
Apart from that, Jared thinks it's great.
No, spoiler, if you watch it, you're going to be in for an even better situation than Mark, because obviously it applies to real life. So Sunderland are doing phenomenally well now in Not Real Football League. But watch it. It's very good. You can tell that that's going to be...
They also did the old bloody Poznan, didn't they, when City won the league as well. But,
You know what, though? if there's anything you can really thank Mourinho for, it's two things. It's winning the Europa League and not allowing City to beat us for the league.
Hey, Mourinho will always be a legend to me. It's nothing to do with what he did for United. It's because he stopped Liverpool winning the league when he took Chelsea there, and that to me I'll always be grateful for. But weirdly, he may be the reason that Liverpool win the league this year.
True. It's true. I mean, you know what's going to be funny? We play Liverpool very late in the year, at home.
No, we don't. It's February, isn't it?
It's February we play him? Played him later than that.
Look.
No, it's Liverpool City that are later.
2-0 Manchester United, and it's Pogba. Boom. Back of the net. Talk us through it, Jared, when you see it. But
okay, so Rashford, beautiful pass back to Young, to Mata. They're going up the right side of the pitch. Rashford back, again, beautiful creation by Rashford. Herrera back to Rashford. Beautiful pass. To Mata, who catches who? Lindelof to Pogba. Beautiful goal.
Passing move.
Beautiful goal.
Passing move. That's what we want to see.
Beautiful movement. Beautiful play. Attacking. Pogba looks happy. He's dabbing again. Dabbing. Boom. Beauty.
I can't dab. But it's a very good goal from United. It's a team play. It's passing. It's moving. It's a goal we don't score under Jose Mourinho, to be honest with you. And Pogba's there, icing on the cake. He deserved a goal against Cardiff. He's got a goal today. Different circumstances. We've had to graph for this a little bit more, but that's the goal we needed. That second goal. Get this game done so we can all get back on the turkey and chutney sandwiches. And yes, a very, 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 very important 3 points for United. And Pogba's back. He is back. You're right.
What is chutney?
It's like a cold pickle in a sauce. It goes on like your turkey. You clearly don't get it over there.
No, we have cranberry sauce, which I figured.
Yeah,
you
it's a
guys
bit like
also
that.
have,
It's a bit like that, but it's brown and it's onions and stuff.
All right, fine.
But so a very, very good goal, Jared, in the sense that United moving the ball quickly. Pogba finishes it off.
No, and you know what's nice? You look at the Glazers are here. One of these sitting next to Woodward, and it's just you wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're going to start and spend $50 million this year. So 4-0 Spurs. Also, it looks like it'll be very interesting. It's gonna be an exciting January, I think, too, because I think. All right, I'm not positive either. The Glazer guy is texting or he's passed out. He can't be sleeping. Hold on. So the I think he's texting. Luke Shaw is coming off. He looks like just changed the score.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
He's asleep.
Well, you know what? In relation to the Glazers, I don't know what everybody else felt, because this game is looking comfortable now, and hopefully we can get another goal. Pradnia says chutney is basically the Indian version of salsa. What other football fan channel can talk about football passionately, but also give you facts about what chutney is in India? It's a cracking channel. We love the community, and you're all. I hope you're all having a very, very good time joining us this festivity time, and especially because United are winning a game of football, and we're going to get 3 points, because I don't think Huddersfield have come back from a 2-0 deficit away from home ever in their history, because they're shit. But you can tell I've had a couple of beers. I've had a couple of beers now, and I have had a couple of beers because I forgot what I was going to talk about. So I can't remember what the topic was.
The Glazers. We're talking about the Glazers.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to say about the Glazers and the board. I got really annoyed when everyone was saying Mourinho out, that they brought the board into it as well. Oh, it's not just Mourinho's fault, it's the board. And look, the board is the board. The board, Woodward, if you don't like them, that's up to you. But you've got to not like them now. You've got to not like them when you win the Champions League in 2008. Right. You've got to not like them when we were winning the titles under Sir Alex. They're still the same board. What Mourinho did was football. His football was crap. His attitude was crap at the end. That's why we were 6th in the league with negative goal difference. That's not the board. And people who say, well, one centre-back would have solved it. Have we got a new centre-back the last couple of games? No. We've got a positive attitude. We're pressing and we're playing forward. Mourinho ruined United this season because Mourinho ruined United. That wasn't because of the board. If you don't want the board, and I sort of agree with that, I don't really want the board managing us because they're not United fans. They're businessmen. But the board were nothing to do with what happened with Mourinho. Avram at the ground today. No idea what's going on, says Lee Ballington. Is that Avram Grant?
Yes.
I don't want him here.
No. You know what, though? When you take that a step further, Mark, it's like, I agree with it. But the board made an error in hiring Mourinho and not giving him what he wanted. Mourinho is like a child. If you don't give a child what they want, they're going to complain, and they're not going to do what you want. And unfortunately, it was a match not made in heaven. We do need a center-back to pair with Bailly for the long term. I believe that. And I think it's one of the ones that's going to cost over £70 million to purchase. So
I like Manolas, though. Release clause 32 million. I think he's 27 or 28. I've always rated Manolas. So.
Yeah, I think he's good. But I think when you're talking about the best defenders in the world, you're talking about Koulibaly or Skriniar. I don't think there's anyone else you can really purchase who would.
It's whether United would pay that price, though, because they're going to have to go, quite rightly, they're going to have to go north of 75 million, because Van Dijk was a year ago 75 million. Yeah. And if you want Koulibaly, I agree, his price is 90 million. Pay it, Napoli will take it.
I think what you may see is what Liverpool did with Keita, which would be they'll purchase him in January, they'll pay the fee, and then they'll guarantee the fee in the summer, and then Koulibaly will move. But you have to remember, and this is a good thing, is Napoli and Inter do not have Champions League football. So at this point, both of those defenders are available if you really want to take a push for them.
Lee Ballington's just given me a massive L because he says it's Avram Glazer. Thanks for the contribution, Lee. You know what? I'm happy to take that L because the fact that I don't know who Avram Glazer is, obviously I know who he is now, but if someone says Avram's there, I think Avram Grant. I would not think who the fuck's Avram Glazer? You know, who is it? You know, realistically, I know who he is now, but if someone says Avram's there, I'm going to think Avram Grant because that's the only Avram I know that's relevant to football. But there you go, one of our major owners is called Avram as well. I just do not care. I just do not care.
Fryer 01, Koulibaly ain't worth 90 million. If you've watched Koulibaly, he is worth. He is a superstar. He would be, and him and. So I'm with back.
I don't know what's the scores in the other games, Jared, because I presume City is still drawing. That's terrible. Yeah. That's a terrible result.
So you got Everton Burnley 3-1, City Leicester 1-1, Liverpool winning 2-0. We're winning 2-0, and then Tottenham 4-0.
10 goals in 2 games for Spurs. Bloody hell.
If City draw this game, we got some serious problems. What channel is the game on in the U.S., Sean Atwood? It's not on a channel, but it's on NBC Sports Gold if you have the app.
Steve Collinson says, can't believe Mark's getting drunk on Bud Light. Mate, why do you think I'm on Bud Light? It didn't start with this stream. The drinking started at 11 o'clock this morning. I'm around my brother-in-law's and it's whiskey time. So Bud Light, that's my water. I'm not allowed to drink water when I'm here. So that's like I'm live on doing the stream. I can't be drinking whiskey because you'll really get the truth then. I won't. There's no barriers with me when I'm drunk. If you ask me what I think about something, I will tell you. Whereas I've got to try and stay positive. So Koulibaly's about 27, I think. Ethan Wilkie.
Who scored the second? It was Pogba. Sell Lukaku by Dybala. Yeah, obviously, but why would they sell Dybala to us and have to take Lukaku?
Yeah, they're not a charity. Would we lose Koulibaly to African Cup of Nations, says Dan O'Keefe? I thought they'd moved the African Cup of Nations now, though, to the summer. I may be wrong.
That's a huge deal, though, because you lose them in like major parts of the season.
And Bay would be both, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Sean Atwood says, thank you, Jared, and I do. I hope you haven't proposed to him.
Gomez for 15 minutes. That would be nice to see. I think if we could hold
Luke
the
Shaw
game.
was going to go off as the third sub, but it doesn't seem to have materialised, does it?
No. and he went off. I thought he was hurt, and now he's right back on. No lube football today. I see Man City could be up, but no.
I think lube football is definitely copyrighted by me in the United Stands. That is what we want to see. Lube football. You definitely need
copyright attorney. You got a lot of phrases that should end up on T-shirts.
Hey, if anyone wants to be my T-shirts or anything like that, we'd love to do merch. Just can never have. I never have the time to get it off the ground. We've got so much merch we could do, but I never have the time to do it. So, somebody just said, "How can you even be drunk now?" It's mate. Look, over Christmas, I get the sweats at 11 o'clock in the morning if I've not had a drink. Like every other time of the year, I don't probably even drink Monday to Friday, but Christmas, I just get silly.
So this is another one. Would you buy back Memphis?
I would buy Memphis. I've said this before. I want to ask you about this, Jared, and people at home as well. I would buy Memphis very, very quickly because I think the positivity around the club at the moment and the expectation over the next 6 months is like, yeah, let's enjoy it. Let's see what we can do. When do you ever have that at United? The expectation is always, oh, we should be here, we should be here. But I think the season's been so bad that we're enjoying it, and actually, it's unfair to put any expectation on Ollie. So if you brought Memphis in January, he comes into a team where the expectation is not there and he can just feel his way in. So if we're going to bring him back, I'd do it in January.
Yeah, I think it'd be $35 million is the buyback clause. Even if you just bought him back to sell him, if it didn't work, you'd still make more than that. So whatever. Pogba with a beautiful play. On the ball, turn to his watching him. Beautiful pass to Herrera, who dumps it right to Mata, to Young, and we got a corner.
And Nassit says American viewers, NBC Sports Gold is $50 per season. And I imagine if you get the login off someone, you can log in from anywhere in the world. Not that I would condone that.
Right, and yes, you can. But don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Give up the corner. Well, if anyone likes Memphis and you can't see him play at United, you can always listen to it. That he'll be.
I tell you, who's not meant to have been that good today, Jared. Lingard, not his best game today.
But honestly, we've seen him be involved to any degree. But again, Pogba, what a pass!
But I think Lingard. I like Lingard, and I think Lingard's going to end up as our bench player because when Sanchez is back and Martial's back, you've got hopefully a front three of Sanchez, Martial and Rashford, with Lingard the player to come on if any of them are not having a good game. Yeah.
I think you've said it for a very long time. Lingard is not a starting United player, and I agree with that. I think that we have made him into one, but I think he is an excellent substitute and could really fill a void when people need to come off. So I think eventually when we sign the people we need, that's where he will end up. And Spurs are up 5-0.
Yeah, that's 11 goals in 2 games for Spurs. He wants the United job. Rad Rally says, what part of Birmingham are you from? I'm from Solihull. Mate, so am I. So there you go. I'm
1-1 still Leicester City.
See, that's depressing me. I'm sorry. I don't. You should never want City to win, but I'm depressed the fact that Liverpool will be 6 points clear at the top going into the new... Well, no, it's not New Year, is it? Because there's a game before.
Well, live standings would have them 6 points above City and 6 points above Tottenham. And Tottenham and City would be level on points.
I'll tell you what, though. I would love Spurs to win the league because I don't like Liverpool, obviously, and I don't really like City. But Spurs, I just think they're an inoffensive team. They play good football. They have a mix of British talent and foreign talent, and the manager plays the right brand of football. And a lot of us would like him as our manager. So I would love Spurs to do it, but I don't think Spurs will win it. I think it's going to be Liverpool or City, unfortunately.
Hold on, we got something coming up.
Pogba again! Pogba! What was that? Superman! I tried to do a dab and I went like that. I've had too much to drink. I've done Superman again! Can't do that one. Pogba! I scored again! I can't do it. I'm doing Superman.
Right.
Superman!
I'll walk you guys through the goals that's happening now. So, you've got Mata taking the ball up, dribbling, staying in the mid, right to Herrera. smash to Mata, to Pogba, to Lingard on the side, who right back to Pogba, who takes the shot, beautiful goal. Boom.
Pogba on fire. Your defence is terrified. Pogba on fire. Mourinho was the virus inside.
Mourinho. There's ever been reasons to be excited. This is it. It's like people who did not express themselves under Jose are doing it now.
I think that's the end. I think they were breathing shallow after the Cardiff game, and now they're dead. The Mourinho Instas are dead. We've had a contribution here from Heath Farley. He says, "Don't care what anyone has to say. The United stand is number one. All the percent. He was the problem."
Well, we talked about it earlier. There wasn't a doubt in anyone's mind that we would win. And it's exactly like we said. We'll just get one more. And just so Mad Marcus can have the correct prediction. Who's the virus now? Mark Wilson with the contribution.
Moral Morales says there's only 15 minutes left. I wish there was 15 hours. I've thoroughly enjoyed this stream. It's been fantastic. And I did say, look, we're not in a normal setup. I'm at a family party, which is why I came into the stream a bit pissed. And it's just got gradually better. And I'm going to get hammered after my match reaction.
Oh.
But we're enjoying it. And what a goal from Pogba. Damn, this is the player Jose underestimated. Take the biggest L, Jose. I love this man so much. Dabbing all the way. Pog, boom. That's from Pradmir. Talk people through that third goal for Pogba.
It was beautiful. I mean, Mata and Herrera set it up in the midfield. They made a beautiful pass. Lingard keeps an eye out for Pogba as always. Pogba had a beautiful shot about 5 yards out from the box. And the same exact corner as other goal went in. And now we're getting an even more exciting substitution. Yeah, now we're getting an even more exciting substitution as Gomez is coming on.
I can't do that. I can do that one, but I can't get my head around this one. I can't do this one. I don't know whether it's the wall. So what am I doing there? I'm going like that. Put my head there. So,
all right,
I can do it now.
Is off.
Keep
Gomez is in.
Angel Gomez is on. 3-0 to Manchester United. The score's been done. So we're going to get 10 minutes of Gomez versus Mata. And you were right, Jared. You said 3-0 at half-time.
Hey, well, I think there's more to come, honestly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gomez scores it. This is the difference, right? Even if it means nothing. The fact that he's coming on in a game like this, up 3-0, is what should have been happening for the past years. We have some unbelievable youth that's been stifled, and it's going to be exciting to watch them play.
I love the way how Gary O'Connor says Mark's pretending that he's not streaming the game. I genuinely am not streaming the game. Because if I streamed the game, if anyone was watching the first 45 minutes when the stream died, I tell you what, if I tried to do anything else with the Wi-Fi here, it would die. I actually am not able to watch this game, whether I wanted to or not. I'm just getting pissed listening to Jared and you lot, which is great. I'm going to do it more often. Ollie needs to score a couple more, Jared, anyway, because Poch has got 5.
Yeah, you want to keep up with Poch. Again, they look composed. There's nothing here that looks... Gomez has the ball, very nice on it. Looks controlled. Again, they're not even going backwards. We were going backwards when we were winning 1-0.
City are losing.
Oh, shit.
Way to move. This is not good. I do not want Liverpool to win the league. It is. It's not even World Cup this summer to take your mind off it. It will be a summer of hell. What's happened to City? How are City losing home games to Palace and then losing to Leicester? What's gone wrong with City? Why have City decided to suddenly become shit?
I'll tell you. It's funny. I think Pep, as great of a coach as he is, there's always been the statement that he wears his team down very quickly. So they do an unbelievable job for years, and then they just can't do it anymore. And again, this is the year that you're going to have when Pep transitioned at Bayern and Klopp won at Dortmund, this was the type of thing that happened. His players lost the ability to play for him, and Klopp took advantage. And I think we're going to see the same thing this year.
Red Baron says Pogba with his Cantona celebration.
Yeah, I bet he does. I mean, that's bad. If City lose this game, you got we're in deep poop.
You know what, though? I've got to be honest, and maybe it's the Christmas goodwill here, but if Liverpool win the league, they fucking deserve to win the league. I'm sorry, they do. I hate to say it, but they do. If they win the league, they deserve to win the league. We're only halfway through it. 6 points is doable. They can be reined in. I'm more pissed off with this whole Pep loving that he can go and lose to Palace and he can go and lose to Leicester. I'm baffled how Lord Pep has done that.
You know, it's even worse because when you think about the press, they're going to be like, Leicester play unbelievably well for whatever reason. And none of it's going to be as Pep's tactical mistakes or the team didn't do well. And that was Gomez, beautiful play, beautiful defense. Again, I love the way this guy's playing. But City, it's that Pep's not that great. It's that Pep gets away with shit that no other manager does because the press blow him and Klopp. So any mistakes that they make are glanced over, whereas like Mourinho, when he had a problem, it was every front page of every paper. Pep out. Yeah. 4-0 Liverpool. I mean, you know what, honestly, I hope if anyone did bet it in the beginning of the year, congratulations.
Yeah, look, I don't wish Liverpool anything positive because I don't. The rivalry is real and that's why I don't. But Heath Farley says Jose to replace Pep. But if they win the league, we got to take that. They'd have 20 titles with us, be joint with us, wouldn't they? So we'd have to do something about it next season. Jack says, something is up when Jones is playing like Prime Ferdinand and City are losing to lower teams. Merry Christmas. Well, I disagree with that, Jack, about Jones because Huddersfield and Cardiff are shit. I said this before the game. Phil Jones should not be playing ahead of Eric Bailly. I think it's the only mistake Ollie's making at the moment. But you can get away with playing Phil Jones as your centre-back against Cardiff and Huddersfield because it is like leaving your front door open when you live in a farm in the middle of nowhere, like deep rural Yorkshire that nobody goes there. You can leave your front door open and not get burgled. But if you're playing Chelsea or Arsenal or City or Liverpool, that's like living in the middle of a big city and leaving your front door open and saying, burgle me. You're going to get burgled. But we're playing somebody crap. So Phil Jones won't get exploited.
Right. Well, again, Phil Jones moments, and if he's like a hold my beer type situation, and then he ends up he'll just score on his own. Don't worry about it.
Liverpool would still be behind us anyway if they won a title, so that's positive news. They'd have number 19. They're on 18. We're on 20.
Yeah, but seeing as they all think Allison and Van Dijk play, I can only imagine we chew marbles.
The thing is, I never thought I'd see Liverpool. Look, I want Spurs to win the league. We can't win it. I'm a Spurs fan when it comes to the league title now. So, and I like Pochettino anyway, whether he becomes our manager or not. So, hopefully Spurs can win the league.
Yeah. But if they win the league, he's not leaving that club.
Yeah, get Zidane.
Yeah. Again, you're not concerned because Dan can't speak English?
He'll learn it. He's got one. I sent him one for Christmas. He's got the old learn English in 8 days through Amazon. It's a good seller.
Still 2-1 to Leicester.
Well, there's only 5 minutes left in this game, isn't there? So it can't be like another loss. 2 back-to-back losses. You'd never predict that, would you? You never would have predicted that Cardiff and Huddersfield would be our most exciting games of the season at the start of the season, and you'd never predict that Palace and Leicester would be the 2 games that City lost.
It's crazy. They're at the 87th minute in that game. We'll keep everyone updated on it.
I just want to say to everybody as well, we've got some big hitters at the game tonight. And God, I'm glad I said H at the start of that and not T, because we've got who we got? I can't say the first name now. We've got the steward guy who always used to get really angry about Mourinho, so he's on. We've got Sophie. A lot of people saying, where's Sophie? Like Sophie's ever been on a watch-along. She's Sunday Night Live. But she's at the game tonight, Soph, so you'll see her fan cam. Obviously got Flex, Rants. We've got loads of people reacting to United now. The new United. So make sure when you're tucking into your booze tonight or whatever you're tucking into this Boxing Day night, get subscribed to the United Stand bottom right hand corner, and get your notification on by clicking the bell at the bottom and ticking it, because we will have fan cams going up. We're also going to have my match reaction.
Free kick, Huddersfield goal.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Talk us through, Jared.
Yep. Free kick from Huddersfield. It was honestly very, very nice. Steve Mooney fed Jorgensen inside the box, unmarked. Very nice goal.
So it was one of them FIFA good player goals where they do it quick and, yeah.
I can't tell who was at fault for it. The free kick was perfect. They made a run. And, well, let's Jones. Why not?
Let's blame
Jones'
Phil
fault.
Jones. Just blame him. Blame him. Yeah, we'll blame him.
Yeah, we're gonna go with quintessential blame him. But 3-1.
It's annoying though. It's annoying though because we can't get a clean sheet anymore.
Nope. But that's why we need a defender. Gomez taking it up. On to Pogba. Again, don't let it take away. The game's been great. We won convincingly, unless they scored 2 goals in the course of 2 minutes. No. And don't feel sorry for De Gea. Because in the end, De Gea won the Golden Glove last year.
He's a millionaire.
And, you know, yeah, he suffered through worse.
He's got a gorgeous
Can you imagine
bird.
Yeah. Can you imagine having to be here through Moyes, Mourinho, and Van
I've got to be honest, I would have liked to see the clean sheet. But
down to 10 men, it seems.
Who's that?
1 second. It's Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph. Whatever his name is, he's not playing ever again for Pep.
He's shit anyway.
Let me tell you, the Premier League's angling for Liverpool to win.
Thing is, though, I know some Liverpool fans and I really like them. Like, I don't like the club that they support, I really like them. But there are some Liverpool fans that just annoy the crap out Red Men TV. Like, they've got the proper Scouse accents. They irritate me. But the guy, Craig, we had on, he's a Liverpool fan. I really like him. I'll just avoid
the Scouse accent does it for us. I always say British. Yeah. Yeah. Gomez with the... Oh, Gomez had a nice shot at a goal there. It is...
Gomez
well, who knows?
If they keep
losing, maybe they don't get top 4 and everyone could be happy with that. They only need to lose 7 more games and then we'll have an argument.
Well, I've enjoyed the stream anyway. I'm just going to say that. Controversial,
fun.
Out the box, whatever. Unorthodox, but I have enjoyed it. So I'm just going to say thanks to Jared now while I'm still here.
Oh, wait. It's been great. Great Boxing Day. No Mourinho here. More than 1 goal on an Old Trafford.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, Jared, that's a very good point,
that
is. That is a very good point because, you know, we can all be a little bit annoyed that, the thing is, they're 7 points clear now. That's massive of Man City. Spurs will be second outright, won't they?
Yeah, 6 points. And then 7.
But these things would have happened anyway, and it could be a lot worse because we could still have Mourinho. So, Jared, you're right there.
And then you look at it, it's like if you're looking at the stat line, we had 65% possession, 15 attempts on goal, 9 shots on goal. We had 15 free kicks. We had 556 passes. The team, just the stat line, if you look at this one to other ones, it's completely different. It really is. It's a whole new team, the way that they're playing. The DNA is different, and it's changing, and I think it bodes really well for the future. The game is about to be at full time, so it's been a pleasure joining you, Mark.
And you, pal. I've really, really enjoyed it, and we'll have to do it again soon because it's good to relegate Marcus off sometimes and get some different opinions. No, I'm only joking, but no, I've really really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought, oh God, I'm going to stop drinking for a couple of hours because I've got to do this United Stand thing, which I would always do because obviously I love doing the United Stand and I love watching United. But I really enjoyed it. So I hope you have a good rest of your Christmas. I thought Boxing Day in America was not a thing.
It's not that it's a thing. It's just the day after Christmas, so most things are closed anyway.
Oh, I thought
like
you were all
most people...
back at work because I watched Family Man with Nicolas Cage and he was back at work the next day, but maybe he was a workaholic.
Some are, some aren't. On a side note, by the way, if anyone wanted to know, the referee in the City game is Michael Dean. So, of course, we can understand why these are happening. Because that referee seems to always be involved in controversy. And yes, only 12 points behind City now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So it's finished 3-1 to United. Jared, I just want to say thanks very much, and I'll speak to you again soon, pal.
See you, buddy. Thank you.
Really, really appreciate it, and really enjoyed it.
See you guys.
You too, mate. And also thanks to everybody who's joined us on the stream. Now I'm going to do my match reaction now. Now I've got an analogy, analogy. Oh god. I've got an analogy that's going to absolutely kill it, and you're going to love it. But it's on my match reaction, so you're going to have to watch it there. Links in the video description. And I will give you my match reaction on there. So link in the video description. I'll literally be about 30 seconds. United have won and it is full time, and I'm going to go and do my match reaction for you now. And yes, it's Christmas, and yes, I do like a drink. So what are you going to do? Anyway, link in the video description. I hope. Yes, it is there. I'll see you in 30 seconds time for my match reaction, and you're going to love my analogy, which I'm going to give you in 30 seconds. See you in a minute.